Hey guys, I'm Ryan Lucia. I'm the owner of Air and Overhead Doors and Such Media here in Beaufort, Georgia. And we are doing a show called Committed to Culture, which is what you're watching now. And I just wanted to let you guys know that what you're gonna get out of this is behind the scenes of us trying to make the best place to work. It's one of my biggest goals in life, is to have a best place to work. We called it Committed to Culture because we do believe that there's a certain level of commitment that goes into a culture like what we're trying to create. And we hope that you follow along. You're gonna see the good, you're gonna see the bad. We hope you enjoy. Before we get into the show, check out this message from our sponsor. Hey guys, I just want to give a shout out to the Genie Company for sponsoring the show, because without them, it wouldn't be possible. They have really done a good job of helping support all the things that we try to do here at Such Media. And so there's a couple things I want to just make sure you're aware of. My favorite thing about Genie is the customer service, the communication, and the distribution, because those things are important to me. But there's two things that when talking to them, they felt like would be important. Number one is their home automation partnerships. It's growing every day and they're being more innovative and they are moving fast in this field. So I definitely want you to check those out. And then also the wide array of products. We just actually, we're in our training center, got the 4124 here to install and play with. It's not a motor that we were familiar with because we installed the 3120 HB, but we're trying to mix it up a little bit. We've been talking to our rep for over a year about this model and we love it. So we're actually just placed an order for the new 4124s, and you will notice that there's a lot of options on this thing. So you can go from like builder grade all the way up to like Mac Daddy. And there's some features about the 4124 that's unique to just about any other opener. So make sure you check out their wide array of offerings with different motors. This week we have David Mount from Mount Training coming in to train our guys. We had sent two guys to Maryland to train with him before that were fairly new to the industry, either brand new or fairly new. And they came back with more confidence and they were really excited. So we decided to try to work a deal with him where he could come here and train, so we didn't have to send all of our guys to Maryland. And it's worked out really well. Yesterday he did residential like all day long, and they're super pumped. Even my most experienced guy with 15 years learned things and was asking questions. We took him to dinner last night, and one of my favorite parts was we were sitting there eating steak, and I asked him a question, and I said, how did we look? How did my guys take training? Because I was in and out a little bit, and I just wanted his perspective because he sees a lot of guys coming in and out from different companies. And he said that my guys were pretty much humble, even asking questions, engaged. Even my most experienced guy was very humble and took a Q&A type approach, which he said sometimes is very, very difficult for experienced guys. So that was really encouraging for me because we have a philosophy here to always be learning. And then today we got the commercial guys in here making all the racket. So they're working on a bunch of different things, but they'll be here all day doing this. So we're really excited to see what comes from it. But we believe that if you invest in your people, you'll get better morale. They'll feel like they're treated better, and it's kind of fun. And we feed them. So we're like ordering lunch and stuff like that. So we're committed to training, and we believe that that's part of our culture. Getting better every day, having a humble attitude, never arriving, and always be learning.
Diameter, the 132 is the amount of height it can go with. So it's 11 feet. This can do up to 11-foot door. These are pretty unique in that they have a built-in stop. So if you've ever done vertical lift doors, it's important to get your cable length right, because once it gets to here, the door's gonna stop. So if you make your cables too long, the door's gonna end up stopping before it gets to the open. It's gonna stop and hang down. If you make them too short, it's going to want to fly through the top. And if you have bumpers on there, it's going to want to fly into the bumpers. So having the cable length right is important.
Well, cool. Well, how's your day going?
My day is going great.
And y'all are doing training today?
We are. The guy from Mount Onsite Training is on site, and we're getting some work done, refreshing some skills and touching base on some things that we haven't really worked on in a while.
Yeah.
The tricks of the trade. Become the master technician over there.
Yeah. Did you learn anything new? Yeah.
But I definitely fine-tuned some things that I haven't touched base on in a minute. I've worked for a lot of places that, needless to say, I did not like, and this place here has just been so welcoming, so awesome, and just the culture here, the family unit and bond that you have with everybody here is just second to none. It's awesome. He invests so much into us, for training and just making sure we're taken care of. Our trucks are stocked, and just everything that we need he provides so we can make the best of every situation. And that's just so refreshing. You never really feel like you're longing and looking for something else because it's right there for you if you need it. I think that the amount of energy and time that they put into each individual person is very valuable, because a lot of times people will just be like, oh, what's your name? Give me your social. Now you have a job. And it's like that. You don't really have any in-depth connection. But when I first got hired, me and Ryan hit it off. We talked about our life, our similarities of both being Italian. And that really just hit it off for us. We were like, oh, super excited. But I don't know, it's just the time that they take to learn who you are, to better help you is really just like I said, second to none compared to anybody else. So I've worked for my dad my whole life, and it wasn't until about 2 years ago that I was like, all right, baby bird's got to leave the nest. And I walked into Air and Overhead Doors, and I was like, look, this is who I am. This is what I have to offer. Is there a manager around? And they said, well, there's not one today. Try coming back tomorrow. I was like, all right, that's cool. So I actually left, and as I'm about to leave the parking lot, Ryan comes running to my car. He was listening to me talk to who I found out later to be Bree. And he was like, I like how you present yourself. I like what you had to say. Come back tomorrow and we'll have an interview. And I got the job.
You know why? You're hired.
It was so cool. That's so cool. Well, I definitely want to continue my education in this field. I think learning more and more and more is just how you succeed and be better. If you act like you know anything, you just seem like the dumbest guy in the room, in my opinion. But I definitely want to grow my knowledge as far as more residential training. I'm already a certified technician, so I'm already got that side of things kind of locked down in that area. But like I mentioned, there's always more to learn. And then I kind of want to check out some of the commercial stuff as well, and then maybe even go into the sales side too, because I do sales now, but the whole process and things that our sales and design consultants go through is way different than what we would per se talk about and handle the situation like. So that may be something that I'll be looking into in the future.
Thank you.
Yeah, dude. Always.
It's always something that you get to hear again, and it reminds you, refreshing, refresh again all the learning. And my favorite thing would be learning how to communicate with other customers, how to make them happy, making sure that we do a good job, and apart from that is the people in this company. You get to talk to them and learn how their day is going, and basically the friendship. I've worked in several places before where the atmosphere is a little too tense. The atmosphere is very everybody's working and they just worry about their own interest. They don't want to. It feels like they don't want to get to know you. But when I got here, I noticed the atmosphere was different. They were more friendly. They were more wanting to know more about who I am. It's that type of friendship that They wish we could hang out with them, you know, after work, and you know, it's like a more family type of thing. So that has really I have really liked that, and it has impacted me in a way, and basically all the learning that they offer, you know, all the knowledge and the training. And I really appreciate that because that helps me in my personal growth, and I think that's really amazing about this company. Everything that they invest in us, you know. So when I talked to Ryan, I told him, you know, I want to learn something. I want to do something different. Most of the work that I did before was in manufacturing facilities, assembly lines, and stuff like that. And it was a little different. I had an experience before in construction, but not that much. And this is something that I was really looking for, something new. You know, skill, and like I said before, you know, the air and overhead doors has really offered me that training, you know, to do something that you can do anywhere. You know, you go to Washington, California, people use garage doors over there as well, and it's a knowledge you can take anywhere. And have really offered me that here, and I feel really happy about that.
Yeah, appreciate that. I'll let you get back to your cake.
Oh yeah, it's gone. Didn't last night. Yeah, really good.
Was lunch good?
It was amazing.
Yeah. Good.
I'm happy now. I'm happier.
How is training going today?
It's going well. It's important to brush up on some stuff you may or may not have seen in the field for a while. So.
Yeah.
It's been great. I get a lot of more family time. So I have a 3-year-old, and I really enjoy that time. I get home, he gets real happy to see me, and for me, that's worth everything. A lot better work-life balance. Also, there's not really pressure to do all this crazy extra stuff. It's just go, do the right thing, and come home.
Cool.
Makes it real easy. I'm more positive, and I'm usually a positive person, but it makes everything just flow smoothly. I know I can count on my teammates. I'm sorry, one of them is trying to make me laugh now. Chris.
Gotcha.
But I know I got people I can count on. At the end of the day, I don't feel like I'm in trouble if something's not right. I can make a phone call and go, hey guys, what'd you do here? Or help me with this. And they've got my back. They'll drop what they're doing and come help me, or try to help me figure it out. So even aside from work, personal stuff, I can talk to Ryan, I can talk to Joe. If I'm having any questions or any personal issues, they're here to talk, and they offer support, help. I mean, anything, whether it's emotional, or just something else like financial sometimes, they just come through, period. And management could always be better, and if management staff like here is always trying to improve, that helps the culture out. The culture, it makes all the world a difference.
It's going good. He's been here since like 8:30 we started, and we've gotten a lot done so far. We learned about cables, springs, drums, kind of the whole 9 yards. It's just a good environment. Ryan did a great job, like putting the employees first and setting us up to succeed, putting system and processes where kind of everything's clear what we're supposed to do. We all have our jobs, and it makes it a fun place to work. It's not all about work all the time. We have conversation, talk, meetings. They ask us like, hey, are you getting the help you need? Is there anything I can do? Or they just, we have a meeting every morning, which helps. It's like, hey, do y'all need anything? This is like your time to talk to us. And I would say message is being really like thorough in communication and follow through, and not like just being out in like their office with the door closed all the time. They just check up on us and do stuff like training today. We do, a couple trainings a month, and we just learn so much from that. And it really helps when you're out in front of the customer, because you know what you're talking about. I think another thing that's good about it's the culture in the company is just doing the like really higher end doors, nice projects, having the like resi team, the repairs and the installers. They're trained, they're professional, and like just the whole stuff coming together, it makes it really easy to get behind, because it's a great end product that you're going in. So like when I'm selling, I don't feel like I'm selling stuff and just like gonna put the customer down when the guys get there, because I know a lot of guys are. It's all about, if I get my money now, and then it's their problem. But that's not how it is here. Like like the follow up is going to be good, their whole experience is going to be good, and I think that makes you feel good about the company when what you're selling is the real deal, and there's a reason for it. Ryan, no, I'm kidding.
The opportunities.
Well, you're fired, of course.
Nothing that sticks out. I mean, there's always, some days when you're just in the office doing the paperwork or whatnot, it gets a little old, but not even that. It's just that it's like the only bad thing I could say, But I've also only been here, for a relatively short amount of time, so there could be. I'm sure there'll be things that come up. I came from the winery industry, so I managed a winery up in North Georgia. I've been in the winery industry for like 7 years. Worked in Australia, California, and then so I came from there, and then I owned my own business that we did gutter maintenance and repairs and installs and stuff like that. So that's where I was before I made the transition over here. With wine, like when you have to be it's a very knowledge-based thing. You have to, to serve it, talk about it, and be like respected in it. You have to really know a lot. It's vast. So I think studying that just helps you. Same thing with garage doors. The more you know, the better you are at it. Knowledge is power. And then same thing with my company. That's what I was doing is home improvement sales. So just being in front of people, talking to people, being comfortable. I think it was a good help, especially the my company side of it. I did sending quotes, customers, following up, warranties. I mean, it's all the same. It's just not garage doors. Happy to be here. It's a cool spot, and that's about it for now. Until next time.
Telling the guys about it, and I walked out and I kicked it, but I kicked it so hard that my bottom foot came out from under me and I fell on the ground. Stupid. Guys, always doing stupid stuff.